Last thing for today. Chalo. Okay, all right.
Good afternoon, friends. My lecture topic is tourism in India. As everyone know that tourism is a important part in everyone's life. In coming to India, there are so many places for tourism, and India is developing in tourism sector very well, Taj Mahal and well we come to south side. There are so many museums for science and laboratory, and in western side there are the desert in Gujarat, which is good for tourism. And there are so many tourism places which are also like religious, Mahabaleshwar and all, where the one can enjoy with their family, religious also, and can have spend time with their family. And in terms of the foreigners come to India for various aspects for tourism. They spend month in our country for just tourism, and India is day by day developing in tourism. Means government also taking initiative to develop tourism sector. Like in Arunachal Pradesh, the fish museum is created. It will be means unique for Indians also and for foreigners. It will also attract for our nations and foreign countries. And in the one of the aerospace museum also is created in Leh, where which it can also attract many of the others and people of India. And tourism is tourism also means involved in employment. Means many of the people which can have a good employment in tourism sector also. They can earn money from tourism. And education sector is also involving in tourism. Means there are various courses for tourism which can be done. And the one who is good for who likes to go into the sector can join tourism sector. And there are many UNESCO World Heritage sites which are given for in India, by which the many foreigners attract us. And from this, our government also have a good income from the tourism sector. Approximately 15 to 20% we can the government of India earn from the tourism sector, which the money come from foreign countries. With that, I would like to conclude my lecture. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Mahabaleshwar and all. I just said, I've told you many times, and all, etc. These are offending words. Okay. First thing. Second thing, was there a way you could have gone about, we should have made this lecturette more interesting, more meaningful? Probably there was a way. How you could have gone about it? That, friends, today I'm going to speak about tourism in India. As we know, our country's natural beauty is very diverse. We have the highest mountains in the world in the north, so we have snow-capped region. Then we even have one of the longest shorelines in the world, coastline in the world, that is nearly 7,500 kilometer long. Then we even have valleys, and a part of our country even has desert, right? As part of Rajasthan is even having desert. So there are deep forests, there are ravines, there are mountains, there are coastlines. So we have all the things you need in order to have a booming tourism industry. Apart from this, we have a lot of landmarks which attract, lakhs of tourists every year from abroad. You could have spoken about that. Which are those landmarks? Like you said, there is Taj Mahal. There are n number of forts across North India. There are n number of temples we have which are worth watching. You could have spoken about that. Once you are done with that, then you could have spoken about how tourism as an industry supports other industry as well. For instance, when a tourist lands in India from abroad, he will stay in some hotel, right? He needs a place to stay. So hotel industry gets a boost, that is an additional impetus for them. Then he will eat somewhere. So of course he's spending money from his pocket. So, hotel industry, restaurant industry, that particular sector also gets help. Then he's going to roam around in your town, so he's going to use a taxi, probably use an auto, even they will be able to earn. Then he will travel from one city to another, so your railway or your airline or your local intercity, interstate bus, even they get to earn. So this way, it helps economy get a positive boost in multiple ways. However, there have been few issues. What are those few issues? For instance, one of the perennial problems with us is our railways reservation system. We know, right? It's not easy to get reservation in Tatkal. It's not easy to get reservations for long distance journeys. If today you will go and try to book a ticket for Mumbai to Delhi, you will have a tough time. Probably you will not get reservation. Another thing is, lot of foreigners, not all, but there have been cases where foreigners have been mistreated, they have been robbed, they have been fooled, women being molested, so they go back with some negative memories. So we should try and ensure that once a foreigner lands in India, he gets a very positive experience and he goes back full of positive memories. So probably we need to work in that direction. You could have spoken about another thing. For instance, if you go to these heritage sites and historical sites, the price ticket which is there for us Indians is very, very low compared to what it is for foreigners. To some foreigners, it practically looks like loot. So they have a sense of injustice that, we are paying so much and other human beings who are visiting the same thing are getting to pay just 5% of it or less than that. So probably there should be more parity in it. These are the kind of things you could have spoken about. It would have made things more meaningful, right? Okay, we'll stop here for today.